Hey guys, what's going on? Back to our coding of Pong. Yeah, let's hop into main.cpp and yeah. First off, let's we need to create some objects. So let's do that. Doesn't really matter. Let's just do them right here. So we need a instance of level. We need player left, and we're gonna call our overloaded constructor so that we can assign them. That should be player one, player types or whatever you would like to call it. Player one and player two. So player right is two, and then we need a ball. Cool. So and also before we get to India, let's do our fonts. So as you can see, we have our font called Arial here. I think I changed the name to Arial. Doesn't really matter because that's the type I'm going to use. So we're just going to define it down here. Equals load font, and type in the name or path of the font you want to use, like so. And if you go into your into Documents and into Visual Studio projects, go into your debug, and you should put your font in here. You can search for fonts and in Windows, and you have all your fonts. You just copy paste as long as it's .ttf true type font. You should be all right. Yes, it should be in there, but I've seen sometimes it glitches out and it likes it in this folder. I don't know why. So if you get errors, you can screw on with that. I have yet to accomplish why that happens. So yes, cool. And let's start our rendering stuff. So we're gonna see if redraw is true, and then we're gonna check if our event queue is empty. And send it our event queue. Then we're going to set redraw equal to false, not false. And then check if the game is over. Well, if it's not over. And this is where we're going to do rendering. And else, then it's essentially going to be rendering after the game is over. We'll have like a little, I don't know, text thing or something. Doesn't really matter. Also down here, we need to destroy our display. I don't know why I didn't do that earlier. Destroy display and passive display. And also, now that we have a font, we should destroy that as well. There we go. Cool. So let's just run that, because fonts always give me a lot of issues, so I hope this doesn't crash. Okay. Well, we didn't display a font yet, but let's first off, let's render our level. So it's simply just level.render. We run that. As you can see, we have our ceiling, or white rectangle, but nevertheless ceiling, and our ground as well. So that's looking pretty snazzy. And let's render our players. Hopefully their attributes are correct. No, that's alright. Run that. Okay, so obviously they shouldn't be that long, but that should be an easy fix. Not sure why it's doing that right now, but look at that in a second. And we'll also just shove the ball on the screen for whatever. Alright, and okay, so let's throw some text down. Oops. so it's AL draw text. Gonna give it the font we want and a color. So map RGB. I'm gonna give it a nice orange color. By the way, if you have trouble picking colors, there's a website called colorpicker.com. Super easy. You just pick color and it gives you the values. It's very handy for this. And we're going to shove it in the middle of the screen. So divide the width by 2 and just bring it 10 pixels down from the top there. And this next parameter is your flags. So you can leave it 0 and just have it empty, or you can give it a center alignment, left or right alignment. So I'm going to center it and just give it Pong. So let's make sure this runs. Okay, that crashed. I don't know why this happens sometimes, but if you run it if you actually go into your debug folder and run the executable, it works fine. Not sure why that happens, but whatever. And why is Pong green? That shouldn't be green. Oh yeah, I guess that would be. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Good color anyways. Alright, cool. So let's just play some more text. That will be the center there. And yeah, draw. Now we're gonna give this one will be the same actually. Actually, I'll just copy this down. Yes. And then yeah, twice. But the 2 here are gonna be printfs actually. I'll show you one in a second. But this top one is just gonna say player 1. And this one, player 2. Player 2. We're going to give this %I, which is integer. And same for this one. And then we're just going to give these the score of the player so we can display that. And whoops, it's player left dot score. And for this one, player right dot score. So yes, good. And okay, so these two are going to be aligned left. And the last two are going to be aligned right. And then we need to change this stuff as well. So, and the colors, I'm actually just going to make them all black, because it's going to be black on white on black, so that should look good. Nice and clean, but feel free to screw around, whatever. This is just going to be, we're just going to put it 10 pixels in 2. And this next one's going to be directly underneath it, so I don't know, 10 and 20 maybe. And this next one's going to be with minus 10 and then 2. And this one's going to be with minus 10 and 20. So hopefully that makes sense. Just mess around with the X and Y's, you know. And we'll build that and then run it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So these will, you know, they'll change the scores, and that's looking pretty fancy. Let's find out why player is screwing up. So we are calling these, and okay. First off, I don't know what G is, but that should be H. So that could have quite the, oh, actually, oh wait, what am I talking about? Oh, I see, yeah, that should be H. We're defining G twice. That's interesting, so make sure you don't do that. We're doing it down here too. That's no good. So I'll just see if that fixed it. So that did fix it. We obviously don't have any movement yet, but as you can see, our game is aesthetically becoming pretty fancy, I guess. Okay, so let's get the movement of the rackets for each player. Okay, so if it's up, which is going to be player right, because up and down on the arrow keys is going to be controls for the right player, and W and S is going to be the left player. And you can choose anything, it just doesn't matter. Then we're going to move the Y-axis. Whoops, velocity. So we're just going to move the right player minus its velocity, and we're just copy that and paste it in the down and change it to a plus for up and down. And now this one's just going to be player left dot y minus equal, same thing, you know, and copy that and plus it's on the way down, which is kind of confusing because plus is down, because you know it's not a Cartesian coordinate system. It's the x and y start from the top left and proceed from there. So yes, so let's run that. Whoops, that's not the man. All right. I don't know why it's flickering, but we do have movement. Why is it doing that? That's weird. It's flickering through a button. Huh. Well, I will solve that one, but otherwise we're looking pretty good so far. Yeah. So if we put actually I'll call that the end of this one. Fix that, and we'll do some collision next time. Cool. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you later.